My name is Rhonda and welcome to my studio today. Today I'm going to show you how I'm creating a page that is an act of self-care for me. And to do this, I've got some paper napkins and some collage paper and some different coloured inks and some paint, and let's see what magic unfolds on the page. And how this page has come about is that I have been putting so much pressure on myself and going really hard and fast with things, and this was just how I was feeling inside. And when you're like this, nothing much happens and I fall into a heap. Nothing gets done properly. So this page is going to be a reminder that in times like this I need to show tenderness to myself and go softly and gently through the day. So let's cover this with some collage. And I just love ripping up the pages. It's very relaxing and I don't need to worry about anything being perfect at all. Do you like to cut or do you like to tear? Or both? Because sometimes we do need to fussy cut around different things. And by covering up that angst, that hardness I was feeling, I'm transforming it. And it puts me into a happy place, a place of calmness, rest and peace. Whoops. There we are. That's all the collaging done now. Get these bits of paper out of the way. And I think we'll splash around some inks now. I just love this viridian colour. Beautiful green. Give it a bit of a spray and see where it goes. And I think I might use some pink now. With a little bit of yellow. And just mop a bit of that up. And I might move some of this around with the paintbrush. And you can see the pink and the yellow mixing together to make a beautiful orange colour. and I'll just leave this a few moments to dry, and then we'll come back and finish it off. Now that that's all nice and dry, we're going to unify it all together and push the collage into the background so we can create a picture on the top, and I'm going to paint over that in white. Now you can use a paintbrush, or I'm going to use a palette knife because I just love using a palette knife. And there's no need to be super careful about this. So ask, where do you need to show yourself some tenderness and go through your day softly and gently instead of pushing really hard just to make things happen? And you get yourself all stressed, exhausted, tied up in a knot. It's amazing how much more that you can accomplish when you go through your day softly and gently. And this is what I found. So softly and gently it is. Might just put a little bit more white on there just to push it back just a little bit more, but you can still see the layer underneath just peeking through, adding texture to your page. And that's half the fun of doing layers in your page, is building that texture, building the interest, building the story. And it allows you, as you work through each layer, to dialogue and ask yourself the where, the what, the how, why. What can I do more of or less of? So now we're going to do a little layer of stenciling on top of that. And I think I'd like to do a nice soft colour. And decisions. I think I'll use this colour, which is bisque. And I have my stencil and sponge, and away we go. And this is another way of adding texture, another layer of interest, another way of just pushing the background back a little bit. Here we are. And this process doesn't take very long at all. There we are. That's all done. And I think now I might put a few gold splatters on it. Always good to have a little bit of gold on our page, and a fan brush is good to use when you're doing some splatters. Oops, that's a bit much. I've got the gold on there a little bit thick. That's okay. There we are. And we'll just give that a moment to dry. And what I thought I would do on here is using paper napkins. So I've gone through my pile of paper napkins and I've chosen the pretty roses because they represent tenderness, softness and gentleness. And birds, I love birds and their songs, they always lift the heart. Don't know yet whether I'll use that. We'll see how we go. I had to pause the video because, as you can see with this towel here, I accidentally knocked my water over. So, back to it. And I showed you the napkins earlier, which are now sodden with water, that I'm going to use. And I'd already sort of gone ahead and cut out what I thought that I might use on the page. And as you can see, that's all right. Napkins come in different plies. So this one comes in 1, 2, 3 ply. So you peel away the bottom 2 plies till you've just got the top one left. And I think he'll go best there. And we'll need him up there. And let's see. There. And these ones aren't pulling apart very well. There we are. And that's the 2 off that one. And we'll do the same to this one. This one's a bit easier. That's 1. And There we are. And for these, I might just yep, that's how I'd like it. So to glue these on, I'm using matte medium. I'll pop that in the water. And I shall just put that on the general area where I'm going to place it. And then just gently go over it with the matte medium, and that pushes it right onto the page. And it also seals it if you're wanting to put any wet material over the top. And this isn't about perfection. The little crinkles and things that you get in are perfectly fine. It's just adding texture, more texture to your page. And this one. And as you can see, you cannot see the background of the paper napkin. It just sinks right into the page. Oops, I think I can pick him up. He's a bit on the sloping backwards. He's got his head tossed back, roaring with laughter, as they do. And just gently put it into the crease of the page. So that's all our images glued down now. Now if you want them to stand out more on the page, we can go around it with some white paint. I'll just dry that off a bit and then we'll do that. And just go around the images of the napkin. And as you can see, that helps it to just pop out that little bit more. And this is entirely up to you as to how much you want to paint round them, how much you want them to stand out. I think I quite like them sort of merging into the background there, merging into the bush. So I might leave it at that. And now to put some words on it. Tenderness. And I think I'll put a few heart shapes down here. And just go over the pencil with water. It's a Stabilo All, which is water, which is a watercolour pencil as well. My paper towel got soaked in that little water spill as well. And there we are, tenderness. So this is a nice reminder for me when I'm going hard and fast to give myself tenderness. Until next time, happy creating.